So we've noticed that one of our videos from the past, a couple months ago, has really taken off, and a lot of you guys seem interested in it, and that was the first impressions of the Wasr-10, and today we're going to give you an update of how that rifle is holding up.
So what I think of this rifle, it's my first rifle, okay? The recoil is kind of high, but that's expected. Way higher than an AK, or an AR, sorry.
Yeah, definitely.
But I would say the both of us, every time we go shooting, we pretty much shot these together every time. How many rounds would you say? Over 500 at least.
We put over 500 rounds through them.
At least over 500.
Which is nothing for an AK.
Definitely not. We usually try to clean them after every time we shoot them because majority of the time we have steel cases.
Yeah, you don't have to though.
No, but I would say at least every time.
We try to make it a habit.
Every few times after you shoot. The factory, these things are not that accurate at all.
No, not. They say that they're zeroed out of the box, and the issues that we had, they were not zeroed out of the box.
We still haven't really sighted them in yet.
Yeah, we still have to get the clamp to move the piston on the front sight post left or right.
And I don't know if y'all have noticed since we first got these, the finish on them was completely black, and he did some kind of genie work to them.
Yeah.
The safety slide thing was like really stiff on mine and his gun.
Yeah, and
we actually cleaned up the finishes on them, and it way smoother.
It turned out better. We talked about the safety, which is a good way to fix the safety lever, which I seen somebody in one of our comments on that video say that you could just take it and pull it up. That might work. What I did personally, I just took a screwdriver and stuck it under the safety lever and started like prying up on it a little bit. Not super hard, just slowly, a little bit until it started getting loose, and then it got looser. One issue that I want to say that I have a little bit of a problem with that kind of bothered me. This isn't necessarily the rifle's fault. Somebody we knew had, whenever we first took them out to the range, I had been playing with mine and taking it apart and everything, but Dylan just got his, and somebody that we knew that had an AK that supposedly knew more about them was showing him how to take them apart. And what he did was he took a knife and bent the end of the dust cover to get the spring out, because the spring is extremely stiff, and these dust covers, I will say, on these V2 models anyways, just this particular model is extremely hard to get off. Very, very hard to get off. Even if, you could take I messed with another AK, come right apart, snap it back on, no problem. This thing is a major pain. I hate taking it apart. But we put it back on, and the next time we went to go shoot the gun, he shot the gun, pulled it up, pulled the trigger. He had a very potentially dangerous situation. The recoil from the bolt sliding back flew the dust cover off into the air and almost hit him in the face.
Also, another thing, after we cleaned it for like the first time, and then it took us forever to get that dust cover back on.
Oh, it's terrible.
After we got it off.
His is a lot harder than mine. I think it was because it was played with on the back of the dust cover where the lip sits down right behind the stock. Whoever did it should have left it alone and not did that, because there is a way to try to get it off. There should have never been a knife stuck underneath of it to bend the back of it.
No, you should use proper tools.
And what we did as a temporary fix, and seems to have held up, was take just a regular old pair of multi-tool pliers. I bent it back a little bit. We snapped it on. I held the gun up in the air with my face away from it, pointed at a safe distance, and fired a shot to make sure that the dust cover stayed on, and it did. So we shot the gun, and it held up great.
And I would say since then we've probably shot 50 rounds out of it.
Yeah, since then.
It's held up pretty good so far.
Yes.
Overall, like I said, my first rifle, very nice gun. We got to work on getting them sighted in.
Yes, absolutely.
The ammo is
a lot easier to come by.
Definitely cheaper as well.
Also, I want to say this because we've seen other comments talking about this. There is no cleaning rod that comes with these, which is kind of frustrating. Most AKs will come with a cleaning rod. These do not. And that's really the only issues with it, other than the fact that the furniture is kind of crappy. The furniture, we talked about that in the beginning too. We think if you're going to get this rifle, maybe get it buy some nice quality. If you want to, Romanian wood or Russian surplus wood to put on it. Probably going to be a few $100s, but it'll make this thing really pop and look nice.
But back with the ammo real quick, in our area, not really hard to find. But,
no.
But Royal King, right now you can't get it.
No.
But we can find it within 35 minutes away. So
yeah, absolutely.
Not really an issue right now.
Not
way cheaper than 5.56.
And plus, there's an abundance of it online.
Oh yeah.
So
sure. That's gonna wrap up this video.
Yeah. Overall, would I recommend this rifle? I would recommend it. If you're not willing to spend $1,000 on an AK, don't buy it. It's just simple as that. If you would rather have an AR-15 than spend your $1,000 on an AR-15, but if you want a gun that you can find ammo for, I would buy this gun, and it's going to need a little bit of work. It's not perfect out of the box, but it has the ability to be a perfect rifle once you mess with it some.
And personally, that is the only reason I bought the AK as of right now, is because the ammo.
We'll do an update once we throw like 10,000 rounds through this thing.
Yep.
But that's going to be it for this video. So if you guys would, please make sure you join the Firearms Policy Coalition.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and also join a GOA.
Yep, and keep your rifles by your side.
And carry on.
Thanks for watching.
They'll come loud and they'll come fast,
but we shoot first and we can last.
Keep your rifle